Williams, of course, a U.S. Navy veteran, so much more. The retired lieutenant commander, talk show host extraordinaire, iconic symbol in American culture, Montel Williams.
Thank you.
As a Navy guy, what do you think of those images?
You know, take a look at that, and I'm going to remind you of something. 1981, I was in the South China Sea on a battle group with the USS Kitty Hawk, and on that battle group, we rescued then, I can't remember which group they were. They were either South Vietnamese, South Korean. They were a group of boat people. Rescued them. I received a humanitarian service medal because I was part of that battle group and pulled them up. But what we did do is we did exactly what you see here. We got aboard the boat, even though these were all refugees, boat people, they were put on their hands and knees. Make sure that they can't take a shot at you. Now, I'm not justifying what the Iranians did, and it's still sketchy right now as to whether or not we were truly in their waters. If we were in their waters, I would say to you that this is the thing that we would do as U.S. military forces to any other organization. We put you on your knees.
What if they shot that video and they got it to us to embarrass us?
Well, you know, I'll tell you something. The fact that this was predicated on the fact that we've given them license to think that they can get away with this rather than calling and saying, hail that boat, you're in our waters, do you need assistance? And they could have paraded it differently.
But there is a pattern, right? I mean,
there
this
is
was a couple of weeks after they were lobbing missiles at the USS Harry Truman and coming within 1,500 yards. It's pretty close.
Clearly, they're emboldened. And again, I said it earlier today, I'm so sorry. This happened because there was an opportunity to put a slap right in the face, right in the middle of the State of the Union address. And I feel bad. I feel bad for the soldiers and sailors who have now been paraded in America. And I'm hoping that one of the candidates doesn't do what he did back when he talked about McCain and blame them for the incident. Our soldiers and sailors are out there in the North Arabian Sea, in the Gulf. They're putting their life on the line every day. This happened. Let's not blame them.
But this comes the same week, I think the president said in an interview, I think it was NBC, don't hold me to it, that it would take a lot for him to commit troops. It would take sort of a catastrophic terror attack on the United States for him to up the ante and the American presence in the Persian Gulf. And you support that, right? You don't think we should be willy-nilly throwing soldiers there?
No, remember, Neil, I think America should protect its interests. But let's make sure we protect those that protect it. How dare we want to send guys off to die, and we haven't even fixed the problem we have here. So I'm in support of putting troops on the ground, but let's watch. The president said no troops. We went to 5,000, 10,000. Now we have more. And as we keep adding these troops on the ground, whether they be advisors or consultants, somebody's going to start coming home in body bags. And we still didn't address last night, kicked it down the can, or kicked the can down the road. We didn't address the 4 hostages, including Amir Hekmati. And let's remember, when we need to send troops to die, they're going to point to him and say, if I go do my job, you're going to leave me locked up?
And by the way, there's still Americans held in Iran, you know,
right.
and that hasn't changed. That was not part of any deal that was brokered. Still not.
And the fact that one of them is there only because he wore a uniform, the same uniform that we look at on their hands and knees, you know, we got to remember, we need to respect these guys.
Would you have done this deal with Iran?
Let me tell you, I would not have signed a piece of paper without Amir Hekmati being on American soil. Period. Sorry, I would not have done it. And
you touched on it last night when we were together watching the President's State of the Union address. What he said about veterans, standing by veterans, he pointed to a number of them, the address, but you're still concerned about the treatment of our veterans.
I am. Every single day I'm concerned. You know, I came to you once because we left a Marine in Mexico. I've come back because we left a Marine in Iran. I will be back here wherever we leave any soldier, Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, you know, Marine Corps. I'm going to be here because we want to depend on them to protect us. Let's protect them. I am not against sending troops to do Americans' bidding, but let's make sure America commits to taking care of them, period. And, you know, please, I got to have everybody out there. Go up on my website, and, you know, you can follow me, Montel_Williams, and make sure you go to fundme.com/free Amir now.
All right, Montel, well put. Always good seeing you. Montel Williams.